AMC could be a 920 trade. All right, guys. So I'm gonna do a quick.
It's already gone.
Yeah, it's already started that. So AMC to the moon.
Yeah.
What a day, guys. What an amazing day we had. I had an amazing day on AMC. So AMC, as you know, is a meme stock which has been active really for the last couple of weeks. And today there was a really good activity in the pre-market on it. I traded to the long side and to the short side for opening range break up. I jumped in a little bit too early in the first minute because I saw that it sold off, but it really came back up. So I jumped in long and popped up, a smaller share size because it was really volatile. And then it came down. I went long again, popped up, sold. And then one time I got a stopped out here at it in the first 3 minutes. And then really did a really nice consolidation on a 1 minute chart. Let's just bring in on a 1 minute chart, really nice consolidation here. Every time that I was trying to go down to the VWAP is going back up. Eventually I went back long again, 59, popped up, added more, sold 60 all the way up to about 60, 80. And then huge drop and rejection. So when I got the rejection, because I had a couple of times, I got stopped out at the break even. So that was the really good trade and I was done with my day. It was a really solid profit for me and I was done with my day. And then I saw that it's kind of struggling a little bit here on a 1 minute chart, and he had this very important level of 60-60, and I tried to take a small share size for a short just as a gut feeling trade. I didn't have any trade book. I don't have a trade book shorting a strongest stock above the VWAP. I just don't have that trade book, but it did really pop up. The reason that I really did it as a gut feeling, it was just because a huge rejection on that. This candlestick was just really fast dumping, so I thought that there's definitely bulls are really weak hand up there. So I showed it at 60 and the drop below the VWAP, covered 58. That happened really fast and continued going down, covered more and continued down to 57.80, bounced back. I added more on my short at 58.60, went down. Now here I was really expecting it to go down to the red, because it was that up like 2-3%. I was really expecting it to go down to 57, but it didn't. Bounce back and I got stopped out. So again, I was done with my day. Handcuffs here. So I just put the handcuff on there and I said I'm gonna trade only if I have a really nice trade. So what happens? The stock is squeezed up here, and on a 5 minute chart we saw that we are kind of getting the VWAP. We recovered the VWAP. The volume came in. I went long, but I got stopped out really fast at the break even because I just didn't like the risk to reward. I really didn't like the risk to reward because I thought that it's really unlikely to go up back to this high of the day because of this 2 technical damage and 3 rejection that's really bad. I thought maybe it's going to chop me up and then going down. So I just got out of it. As soon as I got out of it, I saw the huge volume came in, and that's usually a shortest squeeze. I'm going to talk about this shortest squeeze in a webinar too. And I saw the volume is coming, order flow was exploding, and then we were so close to the high of the day that I jumped back in there, popped all the way up to 61, and then added more, and I got stopped out here again at it. So my ads unfortunately weren't great. So that was another trade that I had. So I was expecting it to just do something, and it just really again bounced back with heavy volume. Again, both Brian and I jumped in there again at 61, sold up all the way up to 63. Again added more at 62.55, added more at 63, and we really got to the high of the day at 64.50. And after that, it's just really doing a choppiness. So essentially, how many trades that I did on a 1 minute chart? If I see here, so this one is all one trade. This one is one trade. This one was a break-even trade. So 3 trades here in this area, and it was really solid. And of course, I did one short trade on it. I did one short trade here in this particular area, and there was a couple of scalp at the open. So pretty much I was there all the time. But for each of them, when you look at it, you don't see over trading. You don't actually see a planning. And we do this live in the chat room. So if you come, you can hear, our thought process. I don't want to touch AMC anymore. I mean, there's the time of the day that there's a lot of technical damage on it. There's a lot of choppiness. It did a really nice 920 trade type of thing. As now it's bouncing back. It might go to the high of the day, or it may not. It already rejected the high of the day really bad. Brian, what have you done?
Okay. Well, the one trade I that didn't work out was the Donkey Kong trade, DKNG. Thought it was going to be a rising devil trade, and it just ended up squeezing. I kind of should have known because these short selling reports quite often don't stick.
So
They
Brian,
usually have a reaction. Yeah,
Brian
go
went
ahead.
short at the open. One thing that I noticed that you went short is for your rising devil, you really want to get a short entry near the VWAP, but you got
Yeah,
a little bit too early, and that was $2 away from the VWAP. So Brian
yeah.
went short, and then suddenly you
But took,
squeezed and stopped out.
yeah, I took a small entry at the beginning just because of that, and then I did a larger position near the VWAP, and then just got stopped out. So I was able to make up a lot of my loss with the ALF trade,
Yeah.
which caught a nice move. You had mentioned it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it
ALF
held it through the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, held it through the first halt.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
sorry to
and
stop
right
you.
now I just
Yeah. Just let me explain the ALF.
I was just going to
ALF
say
was
I'm just
gapping up. ALF was gapping up with volume. At the open, it sold off. But I noticed it. Some people also mentioned it in the chat. It was like some sort of a fallen angel. Hold this moving average on a 5-minute chart, and then suddenly squeeze up with heavy volume. And then Brian jumped in at 511. I remember exactly your entry was at 511. And
Yeah.
you popped up. You got sold some, and then you hold it through the first halt. The first halt on the way up is usually good. The volatility usually stays opens much higher, and then next pop up all the way up to 6. It went all the way to very close to 7, and I got halted a couple of times. I think, another time after that pop up.
Yeah.
Did you trade this one too, or no? You were gone out.
Which
The second halt.
OCGN?
Yeah, no, ALF.
No,
No, yeah, you
no, I
didn't.
wasn't in the second halt. But and the other trade I did was TRCH. It kind of broke out there, so we got that one through 5.
Oh, yes, yeah, I didn't trade that one.
So that again, a nice. I just had that one as my wild card.
Yeah, so Anton is asking a question. A stock that is really popping and strong, especially these penny stocks, on the first halt on the way up is okay if you get a stock. It probably most likely opens up even higher. Second halt on the way up is just a little bit tricky. You definitely don't want to get a stock into a halt on the way down. So that's usually, as a rule of thumb, it's really bad if you get a stock on a halt on the way down. Some traders, when they see there's a potential to halt on the way up, they just jump in because they want to be in the halt. This is called the volatility halt on ALF. So this volatility halt on the way up, see, halted at 5.4, opened up at 6, and you just went up higher. But the second one at 660 opened a little bit higher but sold off. So the first one is usually good. Some people just jump in to be in there. On the halt. These are 5-minute volatility halts when the stock is moving up. Like there's a rule for it, 10% in 2 minutes or something. They just get halted on that. So speaking of one thing, this is important. One thing, speaking about shorting a stronger stock, like what I did on the top here on AMC, Peter has a trade book called Mountain Pass, which is kind of a reversal for the stronger stocks. It doesn't happen at the open like it usually happens in the later afternoon or late morning. He's gonna have a webinar, a success webinar this week. So you're gonna have that. If for elite members, you can come, go to the webinar page here. Go to the webinar page, and so Peter is gonna have this make perfect mountain trade pass. So this is a reversal trade that we asked Peter to do that. So so for those of you who want to learn exactly, so you can just come tonight in the webinar room. We asked Peter to do that. He did it last year, but it's really amazing if he can do it again. And tonight, Peter, thank you so much for doing that. Peter is an awesome, amazing presenter. It's going to be amazing. Brian, what about you? Anything else from you?
No, I just I did take while you were talking. I did take a DKNG long. It looked like it's gonna squeeze. It had squeezed up right off this 9 moving average and broke out. So got a bit of a move there. Yeah. I'm out of it now.
Yeah, very nice.
So, yeah. Anyway, that's it. And I'm still. I took a little bit of a long entry on CCIV on a bit of a double bottom here. Someone pointed it out in the room, so I'm still long that CCIV trade.
Yeah. Nice. So Brian took it.
But the markets look like they're kind of chopping, heading sideways. We've got the Fed meeting now Tuesday, and then of course the minutes, and I think Powell speaking on Wednesday.
Okay.
So
Wednesday,
yeah.
tomorrow. So we Brian is posting 2 videos every day, every week. One swing trade ideas on Sunday, and one midday weekly recap. He goes all through the sectors and treasury yields and everything. So if you really want to learn about the classic market analysis, this is a really good addition to what Jared is doing in the morning, engineering the market. So I learned a lot about all of these sectors, rotations, the economy, and treasury yields and stuff. So it's amazing to learn that. Meetups. So Mike is flying to Oregon to see his family. He's from Oregon originally. So we're going to have a meetup in Oregon. I try to make it. So the link is here. We also put the link for YouTube people. There is also New York City meetup, which is with Thor. I think we already have almost 60, 70 people joining. I think I'm hoping that we can actually get a 100 meetup or 150 meetup. That would be really, really nice. I don't know if maybe we can ask Dr. Brett Steenbarger or my friend Mike Bellafiore to come. I'll see about that if they're available. It's the 4th of July long weekend might be a little bit difficult to get people. Everyone has family oriented, but Thor is going to be the 40 this year, so we're going to have that party. We actually have a really nice. I think we booked a bar or club or something. It's just a patio. So that's going to be in July 3rd, and yeah, if you have any question, let us know in the comments. We appreciate the like on our video and subscribe to our channel, because I really like to grow this channel to over 100,000 people, that maybe we can get this tick verification tick on YouTube, because that's a requirement. You need to have at least 100,000 subscribers, which it needs to have a higher quality production, and of course engagement. So engagements are really important on videos. The YouTube algo works in a way that the more videos have engagement, they just bring it higher and higher and higher. In August, we're going to go to Alaska. Probably Peter and Mia coming. We have Greg and Young there. So we have the Alaska. I'll let you know the details. Maybe we go fishing or hiking or camping. And if anyone wants to come, welcome to come. And I'm going to go to Colorado, to Rockies, end of June, before New York City, to do some climbing. We might have a Denver meetup as well. I'm going to post it there, maybe in the July 2nd. Yeah, so Steve, that's the plan, and we'll let you know. I haven't finalized my stuff yet, so I just want to do that. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's good. We can do a mentorship session. Maybe we can do an AMC replay. That's actually a good idea. I can write it down. AMC replay for mentorship session on Tuesday. I can do that as well for mentorship session. Perfect. All right, Brian, anything from you? Brian is writing a book called I Knew It. Title, I Knew It.
Catchy. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah, always open for suggestions.
Perfect. Yeah, thanks TJ for buying Mike's book. We appreciate the review on our books, and again, the reviews are exactly like engagement on the video. So the more reviews and the more interaction with our books, Amazon brings it higher. So honest review. I don't expect anyone to write anything dishonest, but honest, even if it's 1-0, just give the reviews so we can actually get more and more engagement on our books, both Brian's book, my book, and Mike's book. Perfect. Thank you so much, guys, and see you all tonight in Peter's webinar. It's a really, really webinar. Peter is also really funny. You do not want to miss that webinar. It's also being recorded, and we're going to post it into the education center.